Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silent meditation.
Greetings, Pine-Richland. I'm Matthew. Today is November 10th, 2022, and it's an A-Day.
And I'm Braden. Now for today's announcements. Activity period. Today we will be following an activity bell schedule. During the activity period, all 10th grade students are to report to the auditorium. Following the announcement, stay tuned for this week's episode of Ramtastic. National French Week. This week is National French Week. All students can test their knowledge of French culture by answering a different trivia question every day this week for a chance to win a prize. Submit your answer by the end of the school day by scanning the QR code found at the French Club posters in the hallways around the building. 2 students with correct answers will be selected every day. Today's trivia question is, the last French monarch was a member of this house, which is also a famous street in the New Orleans French Quarter. Check the lunch menu for French food items in the cafeteria tomorrow. Fall play. The Pine-Richland chapter of the International Thespian Society, Troop No. 7, presents Clue on Stage, the classic board games brought to life in the madcap evening of murder, mystery, and mayhem. Performances will be held in the PRHS auditorium. A free senior citizen preview will be on Thursday, November 17th at 4 p.m. The remainder of the shows will take place on Friday, November 18th at 7 p.m., and 2 shows on Saturday, November 19th at 1 and 7 p.m. Now let's take a behind-the-scenes look at Clue, made by video production freshman Liam Grubbs. Adult tickets are $8 and student tickets are $5. Tickets can be purchased online at the district webpage found at the bottom of your screen. Fact of the day. Let's check in with Francesco for the fact of the day.
I'm here with today's fact. Did you know before alarm clocks, people would pay someone to knock on their windows and wake them up? They were called knocker-uppers. Back to the desk.
That's such an interesting fact. Thanks, Francesco. Forensics. If anyone is interested in attending the November 19th tournament, please contact Ms. Harshman in room 221. Blood drive. Pine-Richland is hosting a blood drive on November 17th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Let's go to a video about the blood drive that will show you how you are saving a life by donating and how you can earn service hours and scholarships.
My name is Lucas Foster. I am 16 years old and I'm a blood recipient and donor. I was sitting in my 5th period science class that day. I'd gotten the call to go into the office, told me to bring my stuff. I was like, okay, this probably isn't a good thing. And so I get down there and I see my mom there and she looks pretty scared. We get in the car and she tells me they found a tumor in your CT scan results. And immediately I was mortified because I was like, what does this mean? Like, am I gonna live through this? Like, how am I gonna keep going after this happens? Like, how am I gonna get through this whole situation?
He was diagnosed with stage 3 brain cancer. He had emergency surgery, 4 rounds of chemo, 5 weeks of radiation. Throughout that process, there were many occasions where he had to receive transfusions of blood and platelets. I don't think a lot of people think about where is this going once it leaves my arm.
So I went through chemo and radiation and I had to get constant blood checks for my platelets, my white blood cells and all that stuff. And so platelets were a problem for me pretty constantly. For some reason, my blood just didn't want to cooperate. And so I got transfusions pretty frequently. I never really realized how much blood and transfusion and stuff like that actually goes into the treatment of cancer. After I went through my treatment and got so much blood, I was like, okay, I have to find a way to be able to give back and do this so that I can pay it forward for all the people that did it for me as well. I'm glad that I'm able to help out whoever needs to receive my blood and that I'm able to do this to help save one or multiple people's lives if they needed it. Blood donation can do so much to help countless lives, whether it's a lot or a little that you donate. Like, kids and parents should definitely all try and get out and do it at some point in their life to see if they can change somebody's life and help them out.
For Lucas to be able to tell his story, that puts a face to something that most 16-year-old kids can't understand. But when it's the guy sitting next to them in class, it settles in a little bit more that someone like him needs this.
A lot of people don't realize how much cancer patients actually need blood to help them get through their treatment.
It takes an hour. An hour out of your day can save someone's life.
You don't have to be some kind of superhero to save a person's life.
Now we pay it forward.
It's a great experience to have too, to know that you might be helping somebody who's going through treatment or just needs the blood.
It's a very small thing that we can do to say thank you.
I would just like to tell the donors that donated the blood that I received, thank you so much. Their donations really helped me get through the whole thing with what I was going through.
It's not possible without another human being deciding that they're willing to help and willing to give.
Hello, everyone. Do you want a chance to save a life? Do you even want a scholarship? Or perhaps to earn some service hours? Well, on November 17th, Pine-Richland is hosting a blood drive through the nonprofit organization Vitalent. Staff members, students, and community can all come together to support the cause. It's from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m., and parent consent forms are needed for all students. So let's all come together. Let's go to the NHS, student government, sponsors, and let's sign up to save a life. Thank you.
Spanish Club. The Pine-Richland High School Spanish Club will be hosting a fundraiser at the Chipotle in Wexford from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Monday, November 14th. Please enter the code found at the bottom of your screen on your device when ordering. Gracias for your support. Feature. Now let's send it over to Francesco for today's feature.
All right, I'm right here with.
Tobias,
And what grade are you in?
I'm a senior.
Tell me an interesting fact about yourself.
I can dunk a basketball upside down.
Interesting. Back to the front desk.
Such an interesting student.
Theme Day Thursday. Today's theme is tie-dye. The next Theme Day Thursday will take place on a Wednesday. Wednesday, November 23rd, with the theme Camo Day. PRTV Club. The next meeting for the PRTV Club will take place Tuesday, November 15th after school in room 328. Items on the agenda will be production of next week's episode of Ramtastic in pre-production for the show's segments and intros. Any student interested in joining the club should join the classroom code at the bottom of your screen. Guidance News. The following scholarships, contests, and workshops are now available. Stop in the guidance office or check on Naviance under Colleges tab Scholarship List. The following colleges and universities will be visiting PRHS during the month of November. Interested students must sign up at Naviance and obtain permission from their classroom teacher. A signed hall pass is required. Check Naviance frequently for the most up-to-date and accurate information. Now it's time to go to Sam for our PRTV Sports Report.
I'm here for your sports. Winter sports registration. Registration for grades 7 to 12 for winter sports ends today. Visit the district athletics website to register. Crew. Registration for the winter and spring crew season is now open. PR Crew is a club sport. The PR Winter Crew season will begin November 21st. High school practices will be on Mondays to Thursdays at the PR Stadium. There will also be Saturday practices. Boys volleyball. Open gyms for boys middle and high schools who are interested in playing volleyball are being held every Saturday until November 26th. The open gyms will be from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the HS gym. All skill levels welcome. If you have any questions, please contact Michelle Longmore at the email address found at the bottom of your screen. Girls volleyball. This past Tuesday, the Lady Rams defeated McDowell 3-0 in the first round of PIAA state playoff. With the win, the team moves on to face Unionville in the quarterfinals. And the game will be played this Saturday. The time and location are not released at this time of the broadcast. Back to you.
Good job. Thanks, Sam.
Now let's go to Francesca for lunch.
All right, I'm here with today's lunch. Today we have Bosco 6, cheese pizza, barbecue pork sandwich, turkey and bacon wrap, and a Cobb salad. Back to the front desk.
That lunch looks real good.
Now let's go to Cole for weather.
Hey yo, it's weather time. So, today, we'll be having a high 62, low of 37, partly cloudy weather. Tomorrow, high 64, low of 45, with some rain, looking a little bit wet there. So here I have the magic slab of the board, and I will take you on over to your 5-day weather forecast with it. I'll head back to the front desk.
Looks like some decent weather out there.
And that's all for today. It's an A-Day, and I'm Braden.
And I'm Matthew.
See ya,
Have a great one,
Pine-Richland.
Pine-Richland. Don't forget to check out this week's episode of Ramtastic. Are we not, like, ungodly late?
Oh, we got it done on time.
Welcome to the 6th edition of our show for the year, Ramtastic. In today's show, we will have more current events, a fantastic fun fact, and at the end, we will reveal Pine-Richland students' favorite Thanksgiving pie flavor. I'm Mark.
And I'm John. Now let's go to the current events. Local news. Monopoly's Pittsburgh edition makes debut. Next time you have a family game night, forget Boardwalk and Park Place. Now you can buy Point State Park, and Mount Washington City. Mount Washington City and Allegheny County officials unveiled Pittsburgh's official Monopoly board this past Wednesday. Other Pittsburgh locations featured on the board include the National Aviary, the Carnegie Science Center, University of Pittsburgh, and the iconic Duquesne Incline.
This past Sunday, the Steelers had a bye week. The Steelers take on New Orleans Saints this Sunday at 1 p.m. at the new Pittsburgh Stadium.
Pine-Richland sports. Football. This past Friday, your varsity football team won against Penn Trafford 31-17 in the first round of the playoffs. Let's go. This Friday, they take on Woodland Hills at Gateway High School in the next round. Best of luck, Rams. And girls field hockey. This past Saturday, the team won their fourth Whitfield champion. Congrats. That is a good accomplishment. And girls volleyball. This past Saturday, this team became Whitfield champions after taking on North Allegheny 3-2. Great job. And boys soccer. Also, this past Saturday, the team became Whitfield 4A champions by winning against Seneca Valley, 1-0.
And now to the fun fact. Did you know the first Thanksgiving was celebrated in 1621 over a 3-day harvest festival? It included 50 pilgrims, 90 Wampanoag Indians, and lasted 3 days. It was believed by historians that only 5 women were present. And now back to the main desk.
What is the predicted growth for sea surface? Oh, my bad. That's the wrong paper
Script, John.
with words. Okay. So, that was a great fun fact.
Yeah, it was really cool. I never knew that, honestly.
Yeah.
And now let's head on over to the fun poll.
We sent out a poll on October 27th with the question, what is your favorite Thanksgiving pie flavor? 1, pumpkin, 2, cherry, 3, apple, or 4, chocolate cream. With 207 responses to the poll, the winner was pumpkin pie. Grab all your friends to answer the next poll. What is your favorite thing to do on Thanksgiving? Watch or play football, sleep, eat, or early Black Friday shopping? And now back to the main desk.
As always, outstanding choices there. I think that I would go with eat myself. How about you, John?
I really need that sleep.
Fair
really
enough.
badly, yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed. That's all for today in the show of Ramtastic, and make sure to tune in to next week's episode and edition of Ramtastic. I'm Mark.
I'm John.
And we will see you next time. Have a Ramtastic day.